You guys know my name is Dr. Usman, and I'm going to talk about how to avoid back pain. That's a big dilemma in especially the younger generation today. Back in the old days, we would hear about back pain just in the very old people, but now it's happening even in the young people. So there are certain strategies, certain ways that we can avoid back pain. So I'm gonna talk really briefly. If you have more questions, you can always talk to me through comments, and we can proceed in more detail and depth with that. So let's come back to the topic. So what is back pain? That's why I have put a picture here. Look at this. Back pain is basically, I'm just talking about the lower back pain right now. It's in this kind of area, which is called spine. And many people actually get pain even here. It's in the tail of your spine, or here, here, here. What are these dark areas that I am just highlighting here? These are the cartilages. This is the disc, and you will hear some of your patients or some of the people around you who tell you that, oh, their disc, is dislodged, or they had those problems. So then it is really bad, and then you might need surgery. Then it depends at the stage. But what can you do to prevent it from happening? Number one and foremost important thing is you sleep better. By sleeping better, it's not just how many hours you sleep. It's about your posture. It's about posture you sleep in. It's about the posture you sit in the whole day during the day at the work or at the whatever profession you have had. So all those things make a big, big difference. So make sure you sleep in a really good posture. You sleep in a perfect posture, and you do not want to sleep in upright down and there are so many awkward postures. You can ask me and I will elaborate more on that. And sit in a really good upright posture, not like this, not like this, not lean forward too much. You have to maintain a specific good posture. You have to avoid trauma. You have to avoid trauma. Otherwise, a long-term trauma, I mean, a trauma that happened today and its effects last a longer duration, can have a lot of negative impact on the back. And then you get a really bad long-term chronic back pain. And eat healthy. That's really important. You need multivitamins. You need multivitamins. That's exceptionally important. Why? Because the things that I highlighted here, the cartilages, they need nutrition. So you have to eat healthy. They need vitamins, especially vitamin D and calcium and a lot of other nutrients. So you need to supplement your diet in a very specific way. And again, I can answer in depth in future. Please ask me. And avoid stress. If you have stress in your life, you have strain in your neurons, you have strain in your muscles, you have strain in your whole body, and that affects this posture, and that ultimately affects your back pain and makes it worse, aggravates it. You have to get a good hydration, because again, this area, the cartilage is very sensitive to all those changes. And if you look in more detail, it's surrounded by these ligaments that I am highlighting. There are certain ligaments and muscles in this area and tendons. They are exceptionally sensitive to hydration and dehydration levels. So you have to make sure you are never dehydrated, especially if you are a sports person. You have to make sure you have good magnesium, good potassium, good sodium, good calcium in your body. And that's what's going to make a huge difference in your survival in the future to act as a really good sportsman, because that affects your performance in any ways. Heat pads I included here because heat pads are really important. Whenever you have even a slightest doubt, try to produce some heat padding around the back pain area. By that, what you're doing, you are trying to relax. Let's change the color a little bit. You're trying to relax these muscles and tendons, just giving them some healing mechanism. And just by giving some massage here with olive oil and different pain meds, also like the ointments and those things, they can help a ton. They can literally make a huge difference in your life. So you need to do those things. If you're having a startup of that, before you reach the doctor, please do something at home as well and make sure you do these things. It will definitely help you. And again, it's not in depth, it's just I'm just scratching the surface. So please ask more questions in comments. Chiropractic approach is really important because let's say this disc is in position but slightly at a risk. A chiropractor, what he can do, he can align certain tendons, align certain ligaments so that it does not provoke the misalignment of your cartilage, which can make a ton of a difference. So please do not make it light. Uh, you have to take it seriously. And sometimes over-the-counter medications will help you for a short time period. They are not a long-term treatment. So I included this thing for a reason here because what happens is people damage their future, damage their current present, damage their lifestyle by taking the over-the-counter pain medications on a long-term basis, and they avoid all the good things that could be done, but they just keep self-medicating and they keep hurting themselves by just hiding that pain that is actually there and you're just hiding it. So you want to make sure that this does not happen to you. Again, in summary, I want to say sleep better by having a good posture, sit better, avoid trauma, eat a healthy diet, have good nutrition with you, have a good nutritional plan, eat good vitamins, especially calcium and vitamin D are very important because this bone, all the bone here around those cartilages, they need calcium and vitamin D. The stronger it is, the better it is. And you need to strengthen all those things. And avoid stress. Stress is the biggest killer in our society these days. And if you can avoid back pain, you're really lucky because its incidence is really high these days. So if you have any questions, please ask me in the comments. We can hook up and we can have an appointment. We can talk in further details. Please like, subscribe, and share. And thank you very much. Have a very happy, long, nice weekend.